we are back with Vampyr. So we are continuing on with the story. Night shift. Let's see what happens next with the doctor. And it's been some time actually since I played it, so I'm sure it'll come back to me. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe, and let's get right back into this world of mythical creatures. Come on, I don't have all night. So let's see, answer the door.
Doctors...
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
I guess.
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
The morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street.
Okay.
On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
So we're gonna go to a morgue that was sealed off for sanitary purposes. I'm pretty sure there are a bunch of vampires there. Huh. Can I talk to you someone?
Yes, Doctor?
Where's the morgue? Can we just talk about it? Don't you ever rest?
Why then do you always work the nights? Don't you ever sleep?
At the Pembroke, we're always hands on deck.
When do you sleep? You take care of yourself, nurse.
Your dedication to the Pembroke does you credit, Nurse Crane, but when do you sleep?
We staff get our sleep when we can, Doctor. Nursing is a vocation, not the labor of a journeyman.
Oh, you can choose this one. Lack of sleep is dangerous. You need to rest.
Lack of sleep and the medical profession always ends in disaster. I've witnessed many a colleague succumb to stimulants to fight exhaustion. Drugs were as deadly as bullets in the trenches.
London's trenches start here at Pembroke Hospital. We are on the front line, make no mistake.
Alright. I think I'm okay for now.
That's all for now, Nurse Crane. Thank you.
Thank you for all the work you do, Nurse Crane. Let's see, search for Thorough Strickland's order? Well, let's do... Enter the old morgue. Nurse! Nurse! Ooh,
It's locked.
Locked. Darn it. Okay. Let's go around. Let's look at this. Pembroke Hospital. Poplar Borough Council. Ooh. It's a full moon tonight. Huh. Can I hop into here? Nope. I like the details. Look at that. You have the lamp here, and you can actually see the candle inside it. Big ups for the graphics here. Okay, so enter the old morgue. Is this it? Oh no. You hear that music? You know it's gonna go down. See, district status healthy. Find useful medicinal ingredients in the old morgue. Find some ferrous tartrate. Find some quinine. Find some sodium hypochlorite. Okay. Am I gonna fight some people here? Why does it sound like I should be on guard? Oh, there's a fire here. That means I am not alone. Who else is here? Okay. Anyone around? Okay. Oh, what's this?
I cannot enter.
What? Anyone here? Hello? Anyone around the corner? Can I see my reflection? A little bit. Smudgy. It's too dirty. Need to clean those mirrors. Wow, there's a mess here. Which makes sense because they did say that it was locked down for sanitary purposes. It's not too disgusting here though. Maybe I just haven't found it yet. Let's go back here. Check this area. Yes, hello? Oh my gosh. Glass vial. Cool. Why'd they have those sound effects? Make it sound like they have these beds being pulled around everywhere. You know how it's all screeching? The metal on metal? Should I go out? Just stay inside here. Let's go upstairs. Upstairs. Oh my gosh. Rogue skull. Okay. How do I battle? Oh my gosh, forgot. Let's figure it out. Stop. Yes! There you go. Ooh, got me. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh, you still got me that one?
Is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
I know. He is infected. Cool, I got a cigarette case. Couldn't I suck his blood to replenish my health? Oh well. Let's just get these shillings. I hear that there are more. Bullets. Ooh. Shotgun shells. That's right, I can use these. Oh my gosh, do not... I didn't mean to use it. Oops. Well, now they all know I'm in this morgue. That was loud as heck. Bottled alcohol.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Oh my gosh, I know there are gonna be so many down in the basement. They're always down in the basement. They're never in the attic. Oh my gosh! You scared. This guy scared me. Who is this guy? This is. Oh, you are sucking my blood. Oh hell no! Take that. And that. Now, shoot him. Oh my god, trying to figure out his pattern. There you go. Nice. Got you. And where the hell did you come from? Just wandering around? I'm pretty sure I secured this area. Scared me. I'm like, who the heck is this guy? Let's see.
It's locked, all right.
Mm-hmm. This one? No. Symptomology Influenza Epidemic. London, 1918. Well, I did find the key, so let's go down. Oh. Let's look around here first.
Balls of Mars. Fortifiers.
Great.
As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Nice. Exactly what I was looking for. Let's go upstairs. Any more of those creatures up here? All these bulletin boards. What we got here? Lebanon, Drimidril, another influenza epidemic chart. Yeah. Okay, so just medical information. Nothing here? No? Really? You're not gonna wake up, are you? Okay. It sounds like a door's opening. Sound effects. Alright, let's go down. Oh my gosh, who are you? Who? And you disappeared? Come on now. Where'd you go? Oh, you want me to follow you? This is a bad sign. You just saw this guy, and you want to go down here? You know, you could barely defeat... You could barely defeat one guy. There's two of them here. Okay, maybe if I stun him.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
So what does that mean? Can I pass them? There you go, suck their blood. There you go. Give me your blood. Oh my god, this is a column. Cool. Awesome. Give me your shillings. Or these items, tartrate and quinine. Bullets. Yes. I have a feeling I will need this ammunition for whichever boss fight is coming up. Just feel it in my bones. There's going to be some stronger enemy down this hallway. There's one over there. Oh my god, you two? Oh. Oh my god, there are more. Oh my gosh. Cool. Look at this. One down there. Okay, there were two hidden here. I should say two all together. So let's scavenge. All right. Who's around here? There's a body. I thought that this place was abandoned. How come it looks like this is a patient? He's even wearing a gown.
It's locked.
Alright. What's this? Death report. Office of Pembroke Hospital Medical Examiner. Report of investigation. Decedent. Okay, Samuel Connor. Caucasoid. Male, 39. Unknown. Fisherman. Type of death, natural. Probable cause of death. Fast progressing pneumonia by virus-induced pulmonary consolidation. Spanish influenza. Examination attendees. These are the doctors, and that's the doctor and a nurse. And then signature medical examiner, Dr. CORCORAN, TIPPETS.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Oh, am I going to examine him? I am. Wow. Okay. Let's look at the corner of the lips.
Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps?
Well, clearly there's an incision on his chest.
The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened.
So someone went in to further investigate, or to look into his organs? How about his legs?
Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman.
Okay. There's a working man. And then next one, operated lungs.
A puncture over the left lung. Possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful.
Hemorrhaging.
Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then, he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Yeah, Dr. Tippets needs to visit the board and get his license revoked. That's what needs to happen. Or I can just beat him to a pulp. Let's see. He has acquired a new type of offhand weapon. Equip it and press triangle to directly absorb blood. Blood absorb. Okay, absorb some blood. Gain some of my strength there. Up. Class file. Great. What's behind this door? More of them? Come on. Nope. Okay. Cool. Oh, there's that one guy. Nope, let's go around here. Maybe I can just go around him so I can conserve my energy. Oh, I have to open this door and then he's gonna be right there. Alright, you ready? There you go. Suck blood. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. All right. Wow, this is a large hallway. Oh, this is the actual morgue. Oh, John Doe. Oh, this is the boss. This is the boss I'm talking about. Oh my gosh. Oh, two of them? Oh, heck no. Alright, alright, alright. Come on. Go. guy. Oh my gosh, oops, I am playing softly.
These
Oh, I killed one.
scars can be so ferocious.
Nice.
I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
I know, I need... I feel like I need to eat humans. I need to drink the blood of innocent folks.
Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
I know, should I be a good vampire? A bad vampire? Or can I just be right in the middle? You know, maybe not drink everyone's blood, just a selected few to be strong enough. I know, only drink the blood of the rich. Only those who don't need their lives and privilege. I don't know. It's funny though, because Doctor here, he is of privilege. He is a doctor, a medical professional during these times. I would assume that he gets paid well, but now he is a vampire, so obviously he's outcasted. He says that he's a frontline worker. Yes, he's a frontline worker, that's right. So, I don't know. That's true. Ooh, analyze. I'm not sure what that did. Okay, it made these items cool. Watery rich blood sample, like blood of the rich? Nah, that's kidding. Okay. Cool. Is that it? Is that it in this area? Alright. So let's go back. Perhaps I can take out those lower level skull. Drink their blood. Become stronger. Are you gone too? Oh, okay. Alright, then let's just leave. Really? That's it? Yeah, but this is the basement. I know you can't open this door. So let's just go around then. Time to go back. Oh, there's another one. Okay. Alright, looks like blood. Come on. There you go. Need to be strategic. Oh, I think that third attack. I see that coming too. Alright. Let's go out. Time to leave the morgue. Okay, I am outside, so public notice. Prevent influenza. Yeah. So number 1, cover each cough and sneeze with handkerchief. Number 2, walk to work. 3, do not spit. Drink from your own cup. And then 5 and 6, avoid crowds. If taken ill, go to bed and send for a doctor. And it even teaches you how to make a mask. How relevant this information is for today. Huh? Wear a mask, y'all. Wear a mask. We're talking about this influenza here. We're talking about COVID today. We need folks to respect public safety. Have fun, sure, but do it at a safe distance. Wash your hands, get tested, wear a mask. Get us out there, y'all. Alright, well. Let's see. Always like searching around just in case I might find an item that could power me up or give me some sort of advantage or even just an Easter egg. Okay. Run, vampire, run! More loading? How many loading times does this game have? Okay. It's cool. If it means to load so that I can enjoy this beautiful scenery here. Look at that, even a reflection from the moon. See that right here on this window? And over here? Beyond this building, I guess is the moon. No, up there, up there. Yeah, it's probably the moon is shining from up there, hitting that building, shining right there. Huh? Right? I don't think it's just a light. Anyways, attention to detail. Let's go ahead and craft the treatment for fatigue. Because we need to look out for the longevity of these professionals. Make sure they do not burn out as frontline workers. Let's see. How wild is this that the hospital is so full that they just have it outside? And this is in the early 1900s. Imagine. This is not as sanitary as it is today. Yeah, they're getting treatment, and the doctors here are doing everything in their power to ensure these folks live.
Good evening, Dr. Tippets.
Ah, Tippets!
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
We found out about your cadaver. That's about a person. How was your life in London? Oh. Oh, I need all this. I already done this. Personal questions. Ah! Your medical error, Dr. Tippets. We all know about it now.
CORCORAN, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
Who was he?
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks. Maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
Well, how about the mistake?
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Yeah, how about your practice?
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
How long has that body been there? Excuse me. You also need to have some accountability for yourself. You ran away. You left your patient there. There's no accountability in that. I guess talk to you later.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippets.
And here I was talking about doctors saving people's lives. Like, sure, you saved a lot of folks' lives after that patient, but how about that patient? No justice for him? Come on now. Ooh. Alrighty, so craft the treatment for fatigue. Okay, I need to find stairs. There you go. There you go. Dr. Reed. Oh. I saw something. Oh, yeah, what's this? Dr. Swansea's message. Let's see. Okay. Dear Jonathan, I asked Nurse Crane to secure an office for you on the second floor. Please forgive the austere decoration, but Pembroke Hospital is not exactly the Ritz. Sorry to let you discover your office alone, but I need to sleep a little before going back to work. I'm just a mere mortal, after all. I also gave orders to let you rest and for the staff to never enter your room. You will be able to sleep all day without being disturbed and work at night without raising any suspicion. Good cover, okay. I'm afraid the place is quite messy, but you'll be able to conduct your experiments here at your own pace. You'll also notice there is an open window with a scaffolding that will allow you to enter or exit the hospital without being noticed. You know, that's what I tried to do earlier. I noticed that door that was outside and had the scaffolding, and they couldn't let me teleport there. Maybe now after reading this letter I can. Or maybe it has to be at an angle. I don't know. We'll see. I imagine how awfully new and disturbing this all must be for you. Believe me, I have studied enough of your species to understand what you must now be facing and feeling. Be assured, I'll do whatever I can to help you in this ordeal. Know that you're not completely alone facing it. I'm glad I met you. These dark times we are all presently facing. I hope our future collaboration will yield great results. Welcome to Pembroke, my esteemed colleague. We shall talk soon. Yours sincerely, Edgar Griffith Swansea. P.S. I left a copy of some of my notes concerning what I have discovered about Ekon in the last few years. Feel free to read about it if you need some guidance, as long as you don't use this knowledge to take advantage of me. I do have an ally in Swansea. Isn't this the door that leads outside? Maybe I just can't go
The
there
flower's
yet.
dying. It needs water.
Ooh, do I have water here? Do you have some water? No? Come on, he looks like a vampire. You really don't see that? And be like, there's something different about this doctor? Okay, here we go. Let's craft the treatment for fatigue. So this one. Nice. Okay. I need some water! Okay, bring the medicine to Dorothy Crane in the patient's room. Alright, Nurse Crane. Dr. Tippets, Dr. Strickland, Dr. Ackroyd.
It's locked.
Yeah, it's locked. Okay. I want to see what's up here. Nothing? Okay. Who is here though? Oh, just the second floor. Okay. Dr. Crane! I mean, Nurse Crane! Toggle to look for citizens.
I have wasted too much. You'll see soon enough you'll be able to walk out.
Wow, look at all those humans and their blood. Alright. Crane.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Diseases. Diseases decrease the blood quality of a citizen. Use the correct medicine to heal them. Speak to the patient in the room behind Dorothy to check his medical status. Let's do that. Let's just see what happens. Oh, you? Oh, not you.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
I can mesmerize him. Okay, let's see. How's your life in London? Let me know more about you.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
How about your case?
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wood and nails, not flesh and bones.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies.
At least he's honest. Not over-promising. Ooh, personal questions.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife
Mesmerized.
died because of me,
Oh.
and now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
Dang.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
Aw.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick, unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself, but I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Need to provide for his kids. Oh, unlock this one. Tell me more about your wife.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army, building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
Oh. Wow, really getting to know this guy's personal story.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
I feel like I'm giving this guy therapy right now. Except for the whole, tell me about the death of your wife. Saying it that way, like demanding it. Oh my gosh. But I guess it works because he is a vampire, so he's using his mesmerizing ability.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
Alright. Anything else? No?
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you
Oh, by the way, can
Good evening,
I...
Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Can I... Oh yeah, medical checkup. Let's see.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
I'm all right. Considering the state of this place, I should consider myself lucky, I guess.
Okay, so he's healthy. Oh no no! Oh my gosh! I just mesmerized him. Oh my gosh! No. I'm going to release you. You're a good guy. You good? You good? You good? Sorry. I did not mean to mesmerize you. Sit down. Sit down. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh, if I mesmerize him and suck his blood, I get 800 experience. Oh.
You always knew the words to calm the children, don't you? As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Fatigue. Ah. Yeah, details. Mortimer intended to take his own life and unlock. Mortimer seemed determined to take his own life. Okay. His social circle is his mother. 30% loss of blood quality. Okay, let's talk to you. Can I? Yep.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Press R1 to check the medical status of the citizen. Healing a citizen will increase his blood quality. Oh, and it will reward you with experience. The health status of the district will also improve. There you go.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
So when I learned that I was going to play a doctor that was involved with vampires, I didn't actually think that I would be doing doctor things like healing people. So do I give him the medicine? Do I not? Don't give? Give? Let's give.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Cool. Ooh. Wow. 1,000 blood quality? That's a lot.
Do you need any help?
Thank you, Dr. Reed, but you've done enough already. The rest is up to me now.
Oh, I can't mesmerize you right now. Oh, I need to be level 2. Maybe if I get to know him.
Your mother won't let you down, Mortimer. Don't you share her hope for a better future?
No. I don't.
Won't you even try?
Do you want me to promise you I'll get better? Do you want me to tell her the same thing? I could, but it would not change anything.
I've read your letter, Mortimer. You wrote about an unbearable feeling of despair while the world crumbles around you. Tell me more about it.
There's nothing more to say, really. It's hurtful, it's unbearable, and I don't ask anyone to understand what I feel.
Despair is a deadly poison I've tasted myself, sir. We're only tempted to drink it because we're terrified by the uncertainty of the next minute.
I know that perfectly, Doctor. For I waited for so long, hoping that the next minute would be less unbearable.
Poor guy. Oh, is this new? How painful is your throat?
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I know, I'm like forcing this poor guy to keep on talking. I'll let you get some rest.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Nice, and I got some experience. Ooh, you could give me 3,400? Oh, but I need to have a mesmerizing power of 4.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
We've chosen those. Ah, more.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering
New
you?
hands.
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Who are you? Tell me about your arrival.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
Pepper Hawkins. Maybe if I get on her good side.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
I have other concerns right now, Doctor. But I'm fine, thank you.
Oh my gosh, you have so much experience. And my mesmerizing level is too low. Okay then.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Goodbye.
Calm the children out.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Milton Hooks. Oh. Mortimer Goswick. Milton Hooks is outside.
So many deaths. And still more coming. How can we be
sweet
sure we're
God.
making a difference?
Reads me like a book. Never could keep anything from her.
Okay. You know, I am tempted to suck the blood out of one citizen. Just so I can get a little boost. Remember, citizen's blood will provide you a massive experience boost. Look for citizens of your mesmerized level or below and choose wisely. Choose wisely. What does that mean? Does it mean that there are some people
I
who
will not let you down, my boy.
it would be easier for me to take them out?
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Well, let's try it out. Sorry, Harvey Fiddick. You will be mesmerized. Okay. Poor guy. This way. Ooh, I'm leading you here too. Oh, Harvey Fiddick. Thank you for telling me about your story, your kids, your late wife. It's time for you to give me your blood. Oh. I thought I just pressed it. I have to hold it down to be sure that I really want to do this. Alright. Look at that. Oh, where'd it go?
All I wanted was to go back to work. To take care of my children.
Poor guy. Can I hide your body? Just leave it here? Oh yeah, I saw that. We'll soon suffer. Also, why is there just another dead body here? Okay. Crumpled letter. Details? This one. Dear love, I finally found the missing money for the fee. It's funny, I'm just reading this letter after I just killed someone. Okay. Dear love, I finally found the missing money for the fee asked by the ambulance driver to bring you to the hospital. Don't worry about nothing now except getting better, for I took care of everything. I asked some of our neighbors, and they told me that this Mr. Hooks is something of an honest crook. He may ask for extra money in exchange for a bed, but the bed is then guaranteed. I'm sorry I refused to pay first, and I realize now that the important thing is that you get better soon. The Pembroke Hospital is a good place, I heard. Despite the bad behavior of this Milton Hooks, I promise you that everything is okay now. I'll see you in your clean bed as soon as possible. With fondest love. Oh, Nicole. Well, this guy is dead now. Wait a second. Oh. And I just stole money from this other dead body. Okay. Huh. Maybe I should have sucked his blood here, so at least he would be here with the rest of the bodies. Alright. Okay.
The giant morgue disguised as a hospital. Look.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Life in London? Oh. Go in, just ready to ask about the relationship with Milton Hooks, huh? Just go and be direct.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes? Milton Hooks is my man.
My man?
If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins, but are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke, but we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
True that. Do the best that you can to process and get by. Let's see. How's the situation here?
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Get a grip. That's not very doctorly. Let's say this.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
Oh, I can still answer this? Sure, why not?
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You're right. When dealing with such a terrible disease, one must remain humble. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try our best.
Try your best.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy? Knowing what I know now that you have a relationship with him.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Thanks for the chit chats.
Discussed on every street corner. The daily routine.
Ooh, 700. Rest to evolve. Oh, nice.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Oh, Miss Hawcroft's disease.
How close are you to Miss Hawcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
You let her bite you? Ooh, okay. Okay. Nah, they just getting intimate here in the hospital. I mean, what else can you do? You're just trying to live. And if you find someone and want to have a relationship, then okay.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
Such a
And
doctor.
why not?
That's not sanitary.
She's only supping a few drops of my blood.
Oh, like really biting him.
It's real for once.
She could
Not a
decide
hickey.
to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
Wow, he's into that. Oh, also, she has a condition.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Here disgust on every street corner.
So Swansea, where are you, Swansea? Oh, you're probably upstairs.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
What a coincidence, huh? Or what are the chances? This is no gift. Yeah, your words bring me comfort. To help me cope with this new identity I have as a vampire.
It may seem strange, but your words have brought me some comfort here.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
I'm not some doe-eyed student, Edgar. I understand.
Oh my
we both
gosh,
have
I did
something to
not
gain
expect him
from
to be
this
this angry when I
relationship.
chose that one. Like, we need each other.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Okay. Damn. 6,000. Yo, how wild is this? Like, I could kill him and get all that. Wow.
Do you need something, Jonathan?
Just want to talk.
I have just a few questions.
Then ask away. I'm at your service, Doctor.
Yeah, well, you're my ally. So tell me about your brotherhood.
You mentioned something about a secret society. A brotherhood, if I recall.
Assassins.
Could you elaborate?
Certainly. I've been a member of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole for several years. We are pledged to monitor and report vampire activity in England as impartial scientific observers.
That explains your nightly wanderings about the docks and the questions you ask.
Yeah, it doesn't look scary.
I feel it wasn't mere coincidence that led us to that part of town. There was something as yet unseen that set those chain of events in motion.
I guess I'll say this.
Yet you don't fear me. And still, you know the monster that lurks beneath the civilized surface.
The Brotherhood has studied your kind for centuries. We believe you are as supernatural as a lion is to a gazelle.
Since you seem quite the expert on vampires, what could you tell me about my condition and how it came about?
As men of science, our first step is always to start with what we know. Forget the myths, the hackneyed scrawlings, and the penny dreadfuls. They do not scratch the surface of the truth you now find yourself in.
Well, I know that from vampire lore, but let's see what Dr. Swansea says.
The sun. The morning following my transformation. Its rays burned me. There was pain, smoke, and my skin blackened.
You will find there is very little that can kill a vampire, my friend. You have been offered relative immortality. The sun will most certainly hurt you, leaving you weakened and damaged. But it will not destroy you.
Oh, it won't destroy me. Interesting.
Must I take a life to live?
You are a vampire. You feed, and blood is the sole sustenance that can sustain your immortal frame. And only a living creature contains the nourishment you require.
How about this hospital?
Since I'm the one working for you, what should I know about Pembroke Hospital?
Well, for many years, we have been the only medical facility in this part of town that people can rely on. We support the community here, as well as provide health care.
What do you expect of me?
What we need is hope. You were a soldier. This is a war. This white coat's still a uniform. We fight to help the poor, the sick of the East End, the forgotten.
Where do we stand?
Where do we stand today?
Oh, to be honest, we cope on a day-to-day basis. The first wave of the Spanish flu last summer took us by surprise. We lack many of the basic necessities needed.
Okay, last one. William Bishop.
The man we pursued and slew in the canning factory. William Bishop, I believe. Was he a vampire?
He was a Skull, technically speaking. The debate rages as to their classification. Some think them a subspecies of vampire,
Yeah,
others
skulls.
something else.
Yeah, tell me about these skulls.
Just for clarity, what differences are there between myself and a Skull?
Yeah, I'm interested in
A
this. too.
Skull is easier to eliminate, Jonathan, even if they remain formidable foes for the unprepared. Vampires... Now, vampires exist beyond the mortal realm.
Beyond the mortal realm.
How do Skulls come into existence?
The name means slave. The etymology may indicate that they are a lesser species of vampire. From what I know, vampires tend to despise them.
So skulls and vampires are different.
We'll see each other again
Vampires
soon.
are not
Edgar.
from the mortal realm, as where skulls are, being that I can kill them easily. And vampires are formidable creatures, so let's see. Warning letter. Okay, it's a letter from Dr. Waverly Ackroyd. Dear Dr. Swansea, I must inform you of my deepest reservations concerning the Dr. Thorough Strickland and Harvey Fiddick case. Mr. Fiddick has been hospitalized after a severe work injury. He may permanently lose the use of his arm if not treated adequately. Dr. Strickland claims that a surgical procedure may save the man's arm completely. I say it may also sever its functions for good if complications arise. Our young colleague is an audacious and daring surgeon who might prove a great professional in a few years, but for now, he lacks the skills to perform such a risky procedure. Need I remind you of the mistakes he made in the past? Since Dr. Strickland refuses to listen to me, I strongly advise you to forbid him to perform such a hazardous experiment. Very respectfully, Dr. Waverly Ackroyd. Well, don't need to worry anymore because I killed Harvey. Oh. Letter of Rakesh Shadana. Dr. Swansea, I will be glad to manage the temporary morgue as soon as it's open. As I have already told you, I was a doctor during the war, and I will be glad to serve my country again. I know it is not the same being a physician for the dead as it is for the living, but I believe it is important to welcome and take good care of our departed too. Rest assured, I will do my best to fully perform this new duty to the best of my ability. Concerning the question of my qualifications, I'm sorry I can't give you anything more valuable than my parole. I swear to you that my regiment made me a doctor during the war, and that I saved many lives. If my word is not enough, you can contact the military administration to verify my experience and skills. They will confirm that even if I never followed any medical studies, the war taught me what a doctor really needs to know. Rakesh Shadana, former doctor. I don't think I've talked to that person yet. Oh, there you are. Huh. Good to know. So, talk to the hospital benefactor.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
That's who I saw way back when.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air.
2 vampires.
I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Swansea fancies vampires. That's funny. I'm glad to see.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Jump into I'm here to help you, huh?
Pardon my boldness, Your Ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Without? Okay.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
Oh, jeez. I don't believe. She seems nice. Sure, I believe you.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter.
Alright, working
could start
together.
by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
I know, another vampire.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
Yeah, let me know.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
You are aware that I too know the thirst for the scarlet nectar.
Huh.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion.
Oh.
It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Okay. Oh wow, I could even mesmerize you if I was level 20? Whoa.
Is our little mystery closer to being solved, Dr. Reed?
Wait,
I
not
think
yet.
of nothing else, my lady.
My situation is delicate, and it occupies all my thoughts. The blackmail must stop. I need assurance.
Whoa. I feel like she used her vampire speed and just like crushed me in that moment. Okay. Alright. Yeah, how about you, Milton? A lot of things with you. I'll get to you later.
I wasted too much energy for so little result.
Alright. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to stop here. Looks like I am able to now collaborate with Lady Ashbury. At least help her out with this whole blackmail ordeal. And hopefully I'll be able to do more missions alongside her. I think that'd be pretty cool to have two vampires taking out all of the skulls in the area. And it's great to learn more about why she's helping out Dr. Swansea. I mean, it looks like they have a deal, some sort of arrangement to get this special blood transfusion, and it works out that Dr. Reed here is a specialist there, so voila, they formed a perfect team together. So, I'm going to stop here for tonight. Until the next time, Isang Bagsak.